In this video, we're going to look at adding dimension prompts to our ICRW reports and the best practices to do so. We'll start by navigating to Reports, Interactive Custom Reports, and then we'll locate the report we want to update, and we'll click Edit. If you're not familiar with adding prompts, it's very easy. Once you're on this screen, you'll hit the Prompts tab. And here will be a list of any prompts already existing. On this report, there are none. And then we can add new ones by clicking this plus over here. For our dimension prompts, we're going to use columns. This will list out every column that's in the report, but I'm going to go to the folder of columns that we can choose from. So I'll scroll to the bottom and click More Columns. So right at the top here, we have an attributes folder and a dimensions folder. And we're going to take a look at both and talk about the differences. So I'll start in this attributes folder. On our project detail report table, we'll have a number of different columns, including the project, and then I'm also going to add customer and vendor. So just one sec while I do so. So there, I added those three prompts. And I'm going to go ahead and click Save. Now to view what that looks like, in another tab, I'm going to click Run on the line with that report. Here, I can see those different prompts I added. And if I click Select, I can see the different project IDs, or customer IDs, or vendor IDs. These prompts will work, but with some drawbacks. As you can see, there's no way to choose a project, customer, or vendor group here. Additionally, we don't have the name next to the ID, so it's hard to tell what is what. So that is where the dimension folder comes in handy. So I'll go back here, back to the column prompt. And this time, I'm going to add the same prompts, but I'm going to go from the dimensions folders. So dimensions, project, project ID. I'll do the same for customer and vendor. All right, I'll go ahead and save. And now let's run that report again and see what these new prompts look like. So up here are the original prompts I added where we couldn't choose a project group, or a dimension group rather. Didn't work for customer or vendor either. Now if you look down here, here are the three new prompts I just added. As you can see, dimension groups are now an option. So you're able to select from those instead of just a specific dimension. Additionally, we now have the name next to each of the IDs, so they're easier to tell what is what. The final advantage of adding them this way is that these filters will work with dashboard filtering, while these will not. So anytime you're going to add a dimension filter to a report, it is best practice to use the dimension folder right here instead of anything from the attributes folder above.